true self is emptiness itself. You really are not a person. He's speaking at a level, kind of a relative level, because you really are not a person. And whenever you, and we all do it, we keep coming from a place of I don't like this, I like this. And it's all coming from an assumption and a misidentification with a person. But when you try to find this person in yourself, you really can't find it. If you try to look and see, well, who is this person? Who am I really? You can't find the person. There's nobody there. It's an assumption that we make. And it's based on ideas in the mind, conditioned ideas in the mind. When you trace it back, some idea in the mind is what triggers a like or a dislike or whatever it may be. So, when we meditate and when we apply ourselves, what we're trying to do is become more aware. Become more aware means really expanding our awareness so that we actually see that there's more to me than what I think. That's literal. There's more to me than what I think. I think, and that's where you're off. You're off the rails right then at that point. Because you're thinking. You can know things directly without thinking. Thinking is a very limited vehicle. It mainly helps you get through the day. Well, I've got this plan to do this and that and the other, and you write it down and you think about what you're going to do. But it doesn't really help in terms of your true spirit. It doesn't really get to your spirit, to who you really are. You're not a person, and if you want to get to yourself, be empty. And how are you going to be empty? Well, catch yourself the minute you go down the road of, gee, I don't like this, or I like this. Catch yourself and say, you're wasting your awareness. You're wasting your awareness. You want to refocus it on upstream of the thinking mind. You're saving your energy too. None of us last in this world. People come and go. Dogs come and go. My dog's in my mind in a way of dealing with it for myself is simply to say they're already dead. In a way. And so I'm enjoying them, but at the same time, I'm just saying, look, they're not going to last long. Enjoy it while it's here, but be aware. Be aware that this is not going to last. Because nothing here lasts. Nothing here lasts. None of us. We're all going, and that's the great benefit of being older, is that we don't waste time. We're older, we have only so much time to like get the awareness, expand the awareness. Don't be an automatic responder. Don't be an automatic responder. That means take a step back a little bit. That's why why meditation is good, but you can even practice during the day, even when you're not meditating. Be aware that you can take a step back. And the more that you become aware of this ability to step back, it strengthens it. It strengthens it. You can develop the ability to stay upstream of what's going on. Staying with the consciousness itself, staying with awareness itself. And then there's grace and life, and it offers opportunities all the time for you to practice in this way. And also, when things happen, be aware, don't be aware that it's there as a gift. Because everything is here as a gift. Because you're interested in freedom. That's why. It's a gift. Recognize everything as a gift. Be that the highest priority to find out the extent of who you are. So, I'm going to play music right now, and take a note if you can, if there's anything you have a question about, related to what he has to say.
Be empty of everything.
Yes.
Empty. Give it everything.
Yes.
And also in my day life, I just felt like talking with persons and people, just be empty of all the concepts that you have about them.
Yes.
Be empty of all the concepts that you have about you also.
Yes.
And I could realize the power just to be empty. Even in the situation very stressful, but I didn't do nothing.
Yes.
Who is the source of this presence? And again, emptiness.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Because it is in this sharing that one realizes that no strategy is needed, no preparation, but somehow there's an unfolding trust in your heart that you can be completely empty. Contrary to our upbringing, which is to be full of a lot of things and a lot of techniques and strategies and how to be a better person and how to win friends and influence people and all whatever it is, and you found this beautiful thing, total emptiness in every situation. That is simply rise. And what you are going to say, you don't know. What you are going to say, how you're going to behave, you don't know. You don't need to know. What a weightlessness. You see? And why would you not want to know? Because whatever you think you know, it won't show up on that moment. If you insist on bringing an intention there, you will be out of synchronicity with the real self. You're already in the past. You're already into a version of life. And yourself is naturally in this. We love to study and learn so many things. Why? Because actually we're afraid also. Of course, some of it is curiosity and natural urge to learn, to study and to know, and enjoyment in this. But also sometimes fear. That the world is a threatening place. No one told you that it's inside your mind. So to come with this, everything collapses in this great emptiness. A word which is not popular in our culture carries so much derogatory meaning. And yet, there's total space, total joy. Someone said, "Thank you for allowing me to be nothing." Who knows that freedom? You don't have to tell anybody, because they will project what they want, each according to their temperament and so on. And inside, you're into all this. And this is the one who is the most intuitive, most spontaneous, most natural, most happy, most spacious. And as long as you give so much importance to your mind, it will not permit you to trust this. You will always retain some kind of control and fear. There is a place for control, see, but not that dictated to by the mind. It will automatically present itself if it is needed. Even if you have to make a plan, sometimes it is practical to make a plan ahead of time. But the self will guide it. It will know. So you're not hemorrhaging energy simply to follow the mind's projections, which are so wasteful actually. The greatness of the self is that it is so complete, it is so perfect, that even in the apparent play of imperfection becomes part of the great perfection. Even the apparent disharmony is swallowed in the great harmony. That is the God self. That one who is free of personal motivation, except superficially, or that which is the play of the self in its expression as the manifest life. This one is the most happy. In all things, they flow as harmony. These are the signs, in fact, that are coming for you more and more. There's something more trust, more openness. Naturally also. Naturally, one feels more spaciousness. When there's more space, there's more relaxation. There's more relaxation, more trust, more love. There's more love, less competition. Great joy. Great joy, great peace. Great peace and silence. And the great understanding surpasses all beginnings and all endings. Then the great fear of death and of life passes. Quick succession. One should show tremendous gratitude for one's existence. That all of this we are able to experience. because consciousness in its human form is the most diverse, most, in some way complex, but not necessarily complicated. The capacity to demonstrate its awesomeness is best observed in the human instrument. You can be grateful for the senses, the functioning of perception, the ability to discern, to reflect, to contemplate, to question, to discern, to discriminate, to acknowledge, to refine, to confirm, to love, all this. The human form is a big ship to sail. Let the captain be the self, not the mind.
As the sun swallows up all the universe in thy rays, in thy lights, open the lotus up.
Do you like it?
One of the best moves.
Do you like this?
Yes.
Yes, the best I've seen.
Really?
Continue.
Well, it's going to go into music piece right here, which I like. However, I want to concentrate on having questions. What did you like about it?
You put the mind where it belongs. You're empty. You can be yourself. That's what you want to be, because then it's pure awareness.
Yeah. Yes, pure awareness. That's easy to understand, right? Pure awareness. He talks about the way how would you do it then? But everybody's always asking, how am I going to get there? How can I have this pure awareness?
Put the mind back in your heart.
That's a very good way of expressing it. Because the heart really is the foundation. The heart. So then, in an actual situation, what would you do? So somebody's setting music. What would you do?
I don't know what the question was.
So to put your mind back into the heart, how would you do it? A pragmatic example.
When I'm meditating, or you're in silence, and the mind is more or less diminishes at the time, and it just kind of takes a break. You just feel
Takes a break. Yeah, it takes the mind takes a break.
You are free to enjoy bliss.
Bliss and the sense of being nobody and nothing.
Or everything. I mean,
Or everything.
Your total love and nothing but serenity is there.
But everyday life, how do you handle this?
Well, your awareness, and you yourself are quite aware. I guess we all are. But when things come at you, right, they're always coming at you. Take a pause. Don't react so fast. Give a chance for the true self to shine through. You can call that love, you can also call that stillness or emptiness. This is something that you have to be aware of every day in everyday life.
Now, when you say aware, are you saying aware of everything around you?
No, just to be kind of present in the moment so that you don't jump when things are disturbing. They're coming at you and they're disturbing you. That's really what we care about. We do not want to waste energy constantly identified as a person that is in reaction to the world. We want to go back upstream of that and be just the awareness, like I'm looking at you. So somebody's looking at you, and they're doing whatever they're doing to upset you, right? So you're just looking with emptiness inside, nothing. You're just observing, you're not judging, you're just not. And this takes a little bit of practice though. Life will help you with that though. Because as you do it, you get stronger at doing it and more capable of doing it. And the more you can abide in the self, your true self, then you express it more. And it becomes more real to you, and you have a sense of what it is to be like that. Just to be without. So today your experience with what you had to deal with, and it was all coming at you really, really fast. In a way, what you're doing when you just slow down a little bit and you're trusting, you're beginning to trust God or your own true self. You're beginning to trust that it will work out. How many times did I have when I was working as a computer programmer, over and over again, there's the agitation, oh God, this thing is not working out. It has to be done by 5 o'clock. The program is broken and it has to be fixed. A lot of agitation in my being for that. But I had many opportunities over and over again to see how God operated. That it always worked out, one way or another. I was being trained by the self to let go. Look, it's all right. It may appear to be just, I'm not going to make it. It may appear that way, but there's always some wonderful resolution. For example, I'm thinking one time there was one that was really, really troublesome to me. I remember my boss came and says, oh, we can forget about that. She just dropped it. Just like that. It seemed like everything around one was designed or orchestrated for you to learn to let go. For me to learn to let go. So that I began to be trained not to be so worried. Because look, it worked out. And then again, look, it worked out again. And so forth, until I began to see that there was something much larger at play here. Much larger at play here. And this God self, which I used to think was external to me, but we're all one. There is just nothing but God. There's nothing but the self. So there's never any concern, really. And yet we accept when things pass away. Because we know that everything is perfect in this universe. There are areas that the people that have probably left this world have already gone to some really good place. They're not unhappy. They're not unhappy. They're in that place I saw when I was 11 years old. A blissful area somewhere that I recognized. Blissful place. Other realms that exist. On the contrary, we'd be happy for them. You know, this is a training ground. It's not easy. It's not easy to learn all that we have to learn. But we should take advantage of it while we have it, our opportunity. It's much easier to learn here when you're up against it than it would be in some other realm where everything's hunky-dory and you're working. And you've got some good karma accumulated. And you can play out that karma in that world. It's not really conducive when everything is hunky-dory for growth. It's not conducive. There has to be some grinding going on to galvanize your being to really want liberation, for sure. Over and over again, so that you're worn out, like a tree, you shave down until there's very little bit of ego left, just to get you through the day. God does it all, anyway. Ego, no ego. We are vast intelligence. It's great to hear these things, how wonderful. But be interested and find out for yourself if that is the case or not. Not only will all your worries dissolve in this world, and your life will be much better because the worries are gone, the fears are gone, you're relaxed more, people don't bug you so much anymore. Not only that, but you actually realize that you are vast. You actually realize that. I mean, you could hear me say it, but I know you haven't really experienced that, maybe, just in case I'm wrong. But most of us haven't experienced that. Most of us do not know we're a vast being. And that is a wonderful revelation. They call it self-realization, they call it enlightenment. But the realization that you're actually vast consciousness without a boundary, formless, your true being that will be with you always is vast, undifferentiated awareness and bliss. From time to time, while we're still kind of here, experiencing it through a form,